What up, YouTube? Welcome to the Trumpet Dungeon. So glad you're back. I'm Jonathan, and this is Donald's Trumpets Vintage Horns. Woohoo! Donald's Trumpets. Chill, hold up, pipe down. So this is not about politics or anything else, even though the name might be a little misleading. Don't run away. What happened is my dad, Donald, when he passed, God rest his soul, he is certainly missed, left me a lot of really cool horns, most of them vintage. Today we're going to look at something, not as much vintage, but nevertheless worth discussing. This is a 1990s Cerveny Flugel not a very well-known name. Most people are probably familiar with Amati. So Amati and Cerveny, I don't know a lot about their history, but somehow they're related. Let's see, it seems a little crooked there. But so related, Czech Republic horn. So I think the Czech Republic didn't come into existence until the 90s. So this horn, you know, as a result, can't be any older than 1990s. So nevertheless, I did want to talk about this real quick. Obviously, I have some personal interest in this thing and selling it. But I did want to point out my thoughts of this horn. Again, it's not a name that's very well known, and rotary valve flugelhorns are definitely not extremely common. I think most people would recommend, if you're a beginner player, not to use rotary valves. I've been playing since April of last year, so we're like 8 months-ish. I have not found any issues playing the rotary valve compared to the typical pistons. But let's talk about this. It's a beautiful horn in presentation. It's got some nickel silver accents throughout the horn. You can see this ring around the bell, almost like the old Super has. And yeah, some nickel silver accents there. But I was kind of left with a conundrum. I do want to keep a flugelhorn for my own personal collection and have some pretty cool choices to choose from. But for whatever reason, I like the way that this thing plays and sounds better than all the other flugelhorns I've played. They're all great, don't get me wrong, but there's something nice about this. But then I'm left with the conundrum of, well, vintage is pretty cool. You know, a Queenan, pretty cool. So I'm kind of stuck. But let's see if you can help me make up my mind. I'm going to play a song on this and then compare it to a vintage York artist. I'll do a video specifically on the York artist later on. But pretty cool flugelhorn in itself. Definitely a rarer gem than the Cerveny. But let's see which one I like. I'm using the stock mouthpiece on this. And I'll use it on both horns just to stay consistent. But I will say I noticed a little bit of differences switching between the mouthpieces. But without further ado, what are we going to give some credit to today? Let's do Queen. Why not? You know, do a little Bohemian Rhapsody in the Rap City, yo. Word. Let's jump in. Wow, boom. What do you think? I like it. I think it sounds smooth and sweet. It's a little more sterilized than the sound I've gotten from all the other vintage flugelhorns. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but definitely different. I don't know if it has to do with, well, there's probably a number of reasons why, but let's give this York artist a shot using the same stock mouthpiece that came with the Cerveny. It says 1.5, by the way, which probably doesn't mean anything. I doubt it's like a 1.5 Bach or any other comparison. Let's give it a shot. Gotta be fair to the Cerveny and crash at the end of the song. Ooh, what a tough call. Sorry, little ring ding there. Which one would I choose? Well, there's always a million factors that go into it. The Cervenys you can get pretty cheap. So from a personal standpoint, selling a really nice sounding, well-playing flugelhorn for less money than I could get for something that actually does sound pretty amazing, it's a tough call. Pretty much, I'm at a conundrum here, stuck in the middle, but I would say I'm gonna sell the Cerveny. I can go buy another one of those. Can't really go out and find a York artist, easy at least. And that's the only reason why, rarity. So I guess it falls onto the collectability spectrum. From a playability spectrum though, that Cerveny is really great. I would not buy one new because they are pretty expensive. I think I saw some well over $1,000. But if you can pick up a used one in good condition, I definitely would. And it's crazy because I've seen a couple others online and it looks like these things are like never played. I don't know why. But Cerveny or York, I would go. I'm keeping the York, selling the Cerveny. But in all fairness, this is a great sounding horn, great playing, and it's gonna make somebody happy, I'm sure of that. This thing is pretty much flawless too. I don't see any significant scratches. There might be like a little ritsy bitsy one here and there, but nothing that's worth winking at. Yeah, that's it. Just beautiful sounding horn. Czech Republic, gotta love them. So, oh, I'm sure you already did, but if you haven't subscribed yet, shame on you. You've been watching my videos and I don't know about it. All I got is a view. But when you subscribe, I know you love me. So if you made it this far, you love Jonathan or you love Vintage Trumpets, please don't tell me you love Vintage Trumpets. That's gonna hurt my feelings. Subscribe and do it up. Other than that, quick video, quick Flugel. I'll come get another one out this weekend. It's a little more in depth on some vintage. But in the meantime, I hope you have a great Thursday. Peace out, and I'll see you on the next side. Why does he always cover up the screen with that? Okay, hit the stop. And always, thank you.